Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Natalie, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions slash review, my thoughts on the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I am so excited, and I'm super excited because I used my Ulta points and I didn't pay anything for this palette, and I got a bunch of gift with purchases because when you redeem 125, no, I'm sorry, when you redeem 2,000 points, it equals $125 off. So I spent exactly $125 in change, and then with the little amount of tax and minus the points, which was $125, I only paid 28 cents for everything. I mean, it's insane. So I did get a few other goodies, but today I'm just going to be talking about this palette. I am so beyond excited, and when I saw this palette, I really tried to talk myself out of it because I really try not to buy high-end makeup to begin with, even though I know I still do, but I really try to make sure that it's something different and that I don't already have it, especially because I still have a lot of makeup, even though I've downsized a lot. But as for eyeshadows, the last high-end palette that I bought was last year, and it was the my dream palette from Natasha Denona, which this is so heavily used. I did do a first impressions on this as well, and this is so heavily used, and I absolutely love it and still recommend this palette. Still one of my all-time favorite palettes even a year later. Totally worth the money. And when I saw this color story, I was like, I think I need it. And most importantly, I really got it because Natasha Denona is now sold at Ulta, and I could use my points and not pay anything. So that was honestly one of the main reasons, because I think if it was only at Sephora and not at Ulta, I don't know if I would have shelled out the money for it, just because I'm really trying not to spend that kind of money on one item of makeup. But since I could use my points, I went ahead and got it. And I will say, guys, I would think that this is totally worth the money. I mean, now, if you are someone that collects a ton of eyeshadow palettes and have a ton, maybe it might not be worth it. But for me, that I don't have as much as I used to, I don't buy as many eyeshadow palettes as I used to, and I know I'm definitely going to get the use out of this year-round. Whereas I feel like my dream palette, it is a year-round palette, but I would say I definitely like this palette more so in the fall and winter, because to me, I make more dramatic looks with this, even though you can go natural and go lighter handed. But with this, I love a dramatic look. But with this palette, you can do the most natural, to me, it's like more like sultry, and just, I love the fact that it's almost more cool than warm, which is not something that I have a ton of in my eyeshadow collection. So this definitely like fills the hole there that I have in my collection with the cool tone eyeshadow colors. But it's not so cool tone where it's just gray, and it doesn't pull just gray on my skin tone. I have used every single matte eyeshadow color in here, and they all blend beautifully. That's one thing I will say with Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes, at least the two that I have, they are totally worth the money when it comes to the quality. So that's why I say maybe not collect all of them because they are pricey, but I would say find the one that speaks to you. Like her other palettes for years, I was like, wow, they're so pretty. The bronze one, the glam one, but they just didn't get me that excited. I know I've said this before, but when I saw this one, I was like, okay, I have to have that. Like, to me, it was like different than what I had. And the same thing goes for this I Need a Nude palette. Like, to me, maybe for some people, this might be, just like another repeat of neutrals. But for me and what I have in my collection, this is like completely different for me, and I see myself getting a ton of use out of it. And the times that I have used this so far, I'm just so excited to use it, and I still feel that excitement with the my dream palette. This is so good. So all of the mattes are fantastic. I haven't come across a dud shade. Her shimmer shades are different textures, which I find very unique. They're not like just the same exact formula across the board. So I really do like that. Maybe some people might not like that, but I really do like that. I love the high quality mirror. You can do your full face of makeup with this mirror if you're traveling or if you're just at home or whatever. You can totally do your full face of makeup with a mirror, and it's a good quality mirror. I'm very picky when it comes to mirrors, so if I say it's a good quality one, it's a good quality one. Today, let me tell you what I have on my lid. Today I have Muse, and if you look at it, you can see the different texture than compared to the other shimmer shades, and I have that all over the lid, and I honestly just used my finger to apply it, which I never do that, like, ever, because I just don't want glitter everywhere, even though obviously I'm gonna go wash my hands and stuff, but I just feel like, I'll just use a brush, it's just neater. But I think from now on, when I apply shimmers, I will always use my finger, because I thought that it glided on so smooth. I didn't have to like keep re-dipping my brush in there and like wasting product, having, you know, like fallout or anything like that. Like, it was absolutely perfect. So this is seriously like my favorite shade at the moment out of this palette. And then I have Fair all up in the crease as like a transitional shade. It was the first color that I laid down for this eye look, and I'm so pleased with this color, because I first thought it was going to be too light. I wasn't sure how this was going to go on my skin tone, because sometimes colors like this can go gray, like it doesn't like look that great. And it was like a very like light beigey brown on my skin tone, and it was the perfect transition shade, like the perfect first shade to put down for your eye look, and I'm obsessed, like seriously obsessed. I didn't know I needed a shade like that. But I have to say, even though this is a more of a cool tone palette, it doesn't pull too gray like some other cool tone palettes that I have tried in the past. And I'm like, okay, like gray is gray, taupe is taupe, but it's not like that at all. You really get different colors with this palette that, which I really do love. I don't feel like there's a repeat, at least like from swatching them and comparing them that way. I honestly don't think so, but I really do. I have this peachy shade. I would say peachy compared to the other ones, but I have this on like in my crease as well. And again, it wasn't like too peachy. It wasn't too warm. I feel like this is such a good balance between cool and warm. Nothing's too cool, nothing's too warm. It's like really honestly neutral. It's right down the middle of a cool and warm palette, and it doesn't, I think the undertones are absolutely perfect, especially for, again, I can only speak for my skin tone because I've only used it on myself, and I am obsessed with the quality and the undertones of this palette. I think it's absolutely perfect. So definitely let me know if you guys are picking up this palette. I highly recommend it. I know it's a little bit pricey. I believe this is permanent, so this could be a really good holiday gift since the holidays are coming up, or if your birthday's coming up. You know, I think it's going to be a really good gift to give to someone. And yes, it is pricey, but if you have points at Ulta, redeem those points, guys. Even if you don't have enough points to cover it, but to get cash off of a high-end palette, I mean, you just can't beat it. Or wait for a day when there's good gift with purchases, or if they do have the 20% off, then definitely get it then. Or obviously get it at Sephora if you're Rouge and you get 20% off. But there's always ways to, you know, save. So definitely just wait around. But it kind of stinks when you don't want to wait around and you want it right now, right? But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are on this palette, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.